Apparently he's been spoke to, you can see that. What is the one? He didn't know, he didn't spoke to, you know what it is, yeah.
Look at this idiot for me, that's fucking awful.
You start off a bit of talk when I want to.
Hi, welcome to JackswanTV. We've just beaten Stoke today, 3-1, and here to discuss the usual suspects. And thank you very much for watching. All the best. Oh, it's been warm in here tonight, boys.
Yeah.
It's chilly on old Willie, I think.
Oh! Good
I'd like to start off with, you know, in school when you had a line of people and you had to pick a person to play. Which one of the Swans would you have chosen?
Me too.
And I start from my left to right. Who would you have chosen first?
Key.
Really? That's interesting.
I tell you what, me too obvious. Chico Flores.
What if I could choose any Swans player
Any Swan player
to play for my team?
tonight. With the line on the wall, you know, you pick the wall.
Routledge.
Really?
Yeah.
I think in those scenarios, all you want to do, for me, if Leon Britton, he passes the ball a lot,
He's making the
and if
competition.
he passes it to me, I'm going to score. So Leon Britton.
You're overthinking this, aren't you?
Well, I'm going to say Ben Davis.
He passed it to you, you wouldn't score.
And I'm going to stick with that.
Oh, hey. 5 different
But
players.
you're the
Yeah,
captain,
good
but you're the
choice.
captain, and you want to pick someone off the wall.
Leon Britton.
And who would be the last person to pick?
Well, strangely enough, I mean, I thought everybody had a stunning game today, apart from Michu.
It's never a bad game.
Oh, no,
really.
no,
Just
no,
never
no,
a
I'm not saying that.
effective game.
But, I mean, in fact, I mean, like, isn't it wonderful to win 3-1 with Michu having a, like, sort of...
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Especially during January when the transfer window.
But whenever he doesn't play, we always win.
Yeah, I think...
Is there something, and this is probably me just being silly, is there a link between him and Samson?
What, the haircut? Well, I mean, like, so I think if he'd had a few more hairs on his head, that ball would have gone.
He had a couple of chances.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he was not his best today.
His haircut, has he scored since his haircut?
No,
Yeah, his haircut today,
I was
wasn't
going to say, you're only like about a week ago, isn't he?
Hey,
Today,
hey.
But there we are. I mean, what's getting interesting in some ways is you see the team sheet, and you think, ooh, are we taking this seriously? And then you stuff Stoke 3-1.
We as much as me too's loved, we're not a one-man team either, are we?
No, fine.
Yeah.
Well, this is one thing I've said about people are saying about Mitchell being worth 30 million or whatever. You know, he's outstanding. And his movement.
He probably is worth it.
But whatever it is, he's worth it. He scored the goals, but he hasn't scored a screamer yet.
No.
You know, every goal he scores, somebody has had to get past the defender and get the ball into the box for it.
I think you look at the goal against Chelsea.
There have been times where he's actually battled past defenders and scored.
I think
I
mean,
you look at his goal against Chelsea when De Guzman harried him down. De Guzman did the hard work, but he looked at it, and I mean, for me personally, he was kind of like, oh, hang on. Me too's now on his shoulder, pass the ball to me too. He knew he was going to score. It was a hell of a finish. It wasn't an easy finish, but he knew.
I agree with him. At the same time, it's not a one-man team. It's not one person taking on 3 men.
Me too can finish. Me too can finish. I think that's all he's got those games. He can finish.
But I don't think he scored a goal this season.
He hasn't won games on his own. He scored goals.
I agree. That's what I'm trying to get.
I wouldn't sell Michu to Norwich and keep Graham.
No,
I would if they offered 30 million.
No, I still wouldn't.
I would as well. I would as well. And I'd sign Siggy for 3.
Oh, he's not even worth that.
300 grand. No, you're right.
Are you struggling to read, yes, Spence?
Yeah, no, I was going to say Davis and Guzman were fantastic. Adam and Stoke were atrocious.
Is that meant to rhyme?
Well,
I do think Stoke were good today, but I think we made them. Yeah, I think we made them look good. It's a tough one. Stoke, I don't think
Is Kenman coming?
No, I can't.
I think he's on his way.
Is Graham going?
No, I don't think
Graham's gone.
Graham going?
Yeah.
I I'm gonna put.
If you think yes, put your thumbs up. If you think
Graham's
no.
going.
No, I think.
You don't think Graham?
Sorry, Graham's going, I think.
I had a discussion with Vince earlier, and then Vince's point was Graham doesn't link up with the strikers enough, and I do get that.
Apart from today.
Yeah, well, this is the point. Like,
But he hasn't
what are you
got
going to say
to
about
link
it?
up with.
What are you going to say about it? Graham was going, before the transfer window, Graham was going, and he's got 4 goals in 4 games, and all of a sudden everyone's going, ooh, hang on, maybe he'll stay.
I think he'd go.
And now all of a sudden, there's a couple of games he hasn't scored, everyone's going, he's going, he doesn't link up well enough.
I think he wants to go.
I agree. I think Graham wants to go, but my point today is like, if Michael Laudrup's got any sense, you got to look at and say, do you know what? If Graham's lacking in anything, it's his link up and his set up play, he doesn't do it. And you look at today, and our first goal was down to Graham. That pass was.
I think it wasn't a first goal. But there are 2 things. I mean, one we're misunderstanding each other a little bit. I mean, like sort of. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Graham set up for the second goal was brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, like sort of.
That was
Second goal.
Third goal.
The second one's a free kick, wasn't it?
Yeah, okay, third goal, sorry. Yeah.
But like sort of what Graham hasn't done in the last few games isn't like that far up the pitch. It's like sort of when you're trying to clear the ball from your penalty area to like sort of the halfway line, right? And the ball keeps coming off Graham. Now, what I'm saying is, if you had something, I don't know whether Kenny Jones would be the answer, but all I'm saying, if you've got somebody that's strong enough to hold the ball there, and then as Routledge and Dyer or Hernandez or whoever coming up, lay it back to them so that they can move, then you've got like sort of something.
There's no doubt that Kenny Jones wouldn't fit in a Brendan Rodgers team or Martinez.
He fit in a Laudrup side.
And this is it. I think that. And another thing, in fairness to Kenny Jones, and if it is Kenny Jones, I feel either way with him, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's not.
If it is Kenny Jones, is that I think that Kenny Jones can do a job for Stoke. You know, he's a big man. He can do a job for Stoke, but that isn't. You can't nail him as a Stoke player. He's not a lump it up there player. He is actually a good player. You know, he's not. You know, at Southampton, he wasn't. Southampton didn't play lump it up to Kenny Jones. They didn't play this passing side that we play, but they don't play lump it up at a Stoke. And so he can do a job for Stoke. You know, he is good in the air. He is good at holding up the ball. He is good at bringing other players in the play. But he is more than that as well. And so if it is Kenny Jones, I'm happy with it.
I don't think he'd be the worst side. I just think.
It's not.
But if you have Kenny Jones. For me personally, for $3.5 million for Graham as a second striker, if Graham is happy doing that,
He's not.
I agree.
I know he's not. I know, but if Laudrup can convince him, because
He's not.
But you look at the way you say second striker. I mean, you look at the way Laudrup rotates a team. If you've got 2 strikers, players go for one position, it's going to be more or less 50-50 over the season.
The rotation bit only works if you're playing games. I mean, the point is we've been playing a lot of games lately. After we get through, like sort of, and like the League Cup semi-final, win the League Cup, go back to one game.
I agree, but I think Laudrup picks his side not on who. Maybe yes, obviously he looks at who's playing best, but I do think he takes into account what the other team. Like you look at the team today, we had De Guzman playing defensive midfielder today. De Guzman's an attacking midfielder, and he's playing defensive midfielder today.
The height as well. The height today.
Yeah. So I mean, personally, for $3.5 million, if you can keep all Graham for $3.5 million, I think he's a valuable asset.
What you said, I agree with totally. Is that? But what I'm saying is that. Graham, if we asked 6-7 weeks ago, we were looking to sell Graham. If you asked me, we were looking to sell. And his value then would probably been 2.5-3 million.
Yeah.
Since then, there's people looking to buy Danny Graham, and we're not necessarily looking to sell Danny Graham.
Fletcher
and so his value then is going to be 6, 7, 8.
No, Fletcher went for 14 million.
But he's a better player.
But every time
He scored 2 today, but statistically,
but there's a man of statistically.
Fletcher
lose him out.
Graham scored 1 in 3.
If Fletcher was playing for the Swans rather than Wolves or whatever, I think he'd score more goals.
Is that recent form, or is that just
this season, brand new?
For me,
Fletcher scored a lot more than
definitely. No, you're wrong.
Personally, for me,
once again, Spencer's not done his research.
Next week week, I'll have some stats, right?
I look forward to it.
all to do with it.
Fletcher scored shed load this year.
If he's only come off the bench, less.
He didn't really.
Great.
Fletcher's record is outstanding.
It's not. I'll send you the stats.
I look forward to it. Fletcher's record is at least 1 in 2 this year in the Premiership.
No,
I
he
think-
has. He has.
Personally, I think
After today, because
No,
he's got
it's
2
more.
As you all aware, Laudrup wants 2 people for every position. If we were just say if we were to bring in Cameron Jones, I think Danny Graham would be the perfect backup for him, and I think
foil.
Ain't gonna
maybe if I was doing it, 60-40 in Cameron's favour. I don't think Danny would be
No,
fit, but I do think he's a different option.
I mean, I think that like sort of, I mean,
$3.5 million, we're not going to get better.
first thing is the like sort of we're just getting to the stage now where like you just like sort of Laudrup
That's Danny Allen, is it?
is like sort of someone you've got to
Hello,
like sort
sexy
of.
wife, you're live on JackswanTV.
Hello there. I mean, I think
Hello,
bit
how are
by bit. I mean, like sort of, you've just got to
You know what
put
I'm
your hands
saying?
up in the air and say that, like sort of,
They were,
Jenkins and Laudrup ain't getting very much wrong.
Creme
Yeah,
song.
no,
I mean,
agree with
at
that.
the end of the day, I mean,
Yeah.
and I
We're
like
just
sort of
finishing
actually
off,
admire footballers that like that. Graham
Yeah.
is not a footballer that wants to sort of stay on the bench.
I
And
Hey, you got
I'm
a
sort of
question,
playing
any
devil's
footballer
advocate.
you say about
he's a guy that is a bit like that.
I-
Mitchell is even more so.
The only thing
I
I
think
say
for
with Graham,
$3.5 million, I don't think we're going to get much better than him for $3.5 million. If he's full to
No. But if Krem, it's a situation where that 3.5, 4 mil, and it looks as if it could be more than that.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Is like sort of the difference between.
It is gonna be
Yeah,
more.
I think we might get 5 mil for him.
I think more possibly minimum.
Well, we might
Okay.
pick
I'd be disappointed with
If
that.
like sort of that 5 mil is like sort of, and then we sort of say, well, we don't mind putting another 3 mil into that. And so we're on 8 mil, and then we're buying like sort of
Spars or
yeah,
something.
right, or whatever. And you're buying figure. I think I said like sort of last time I was on here that like so. I've got an awful lot of time for Graham. You can't fault his effort.
Yeah.
You can't fault his quality, but it is a level of quality, and he is like sort of a Premiership striker that like sort of in the bottom division will get you something. If you want to go like one position higher, then you need someone that's a little bit special.
So who's the man of the match today then? One person. One.
Ben Davis.
Ben Davis.
Yeah, Ben Davis actually. Yeah, Ben Davis.
I
What-
just
what
be a
was the
pain in the
answer?
arse and keep pushing it. I keep pushing it.
Because he scored 2, right?
I mean, the midfield was brilliant.
Who's?
I really thought Key had an exceptional game.
Have we got
And if
time?
you watch
The
it
midfield
back-
won the game first.
We've always got time. We've
Have
always
we got
got
time to talk about very quickly, okay? Because we've
always
all
got
talked
time.
about it privately. I don't think we've done it on this magical programme before.
Although no, to
Nobody
be
else
fair,
does.
to be fair, but it is just piss banter. We're a disgrace to
It
Welsh
is,
people,
it
like,
is.
you know.
But-
Yeah.
Ben Davis. Alright, very quickly. Ben Davis or Taylor? Taylor or Davis?
First of all, I want to say this is what happened.
Premature, that's right.
Taylor or Davis? Taylor or
Ben
Davis?
Davis.
Ben Davis?
After today, I spend it.
Hey Spence, you make the most of it. It's never happening again.
Spence? Taylor Davis?
Davis.
Davis, I must agree.
Yeah.
I must agree.
Yeah. Is that
You're watching Jack
Hey,
Swan.
Ben Davis,
Spencer
you didn't
has
agree a
no
couple of weeks
taste
ago.
in music.
You
Is
didn't
that
agree
Ben
a couple of
Davis
weeks
that
ago.
spoke?
You said Taylor a couple of
I
weeks
said, no, I
ago.
don't really
And that's a story
I think you're right about
You said
the
Taylor a couple of
I
weeks
think
We've got a minute left.
long term.
Yes, definitely.